Career focus in insurance. Now, a lot of people are working in different insurance companies, but never understanding the lay of the land and how big and how great they can grow in the insurance sector. So today's guest is somebody I've had on the show, Zwelakhe Sibanda, who deals only with claims. Currently, he's doing corporate claims, and he started off as a claims consultant for a short-term insurer, doing, basic contents, buildings, vehicles, etc. I wanted to interview him and just find out about his journey as a claims consultant and where he's come from, so that you also realize that just because you're working in one department in an insurance call center or an insurance company, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's where the wings are clipped. Doesn't mean that you can only just become a claims manager and then the world stops. So Zwelakhe, thank you so much for joining me once again.
Thank you.
So claims, and we were talking about this candidly off camera.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks claims, claim handle like the small stuff. I just do contents claims, I just do vehicle claims. Then some are like, I'm just doing all risk claims and that's it. Is that it?
Not really. So basically with claims, it's easy to get trapped in your small silo that you're working in. But I think it's very important for claims professionals to realize that there's actually a wider pool out there. So what do I mean by that? If you're doing personal lines claims, yes, you're doing your motor, homeowners and contents, you should also realize that there's other insurers that specialize in insuring bigger items like your corporate insurance, engineering, marine, to mention but a few.
Yes.
But you should, as an insurance professional, for you to grow in the industry, you need to be aware of that and also prepare yourself to grow into those areas that are, beyond what you already know.
So you're telling me that if I start off as a claims consultant, and I'm also referring back to your experience, 18 years in the insurance sector. If I start as a claims consultant today, I could end up handling corporate claims at, a big corporation in South Africa.
Well, that's how I started. I started as we said, 18 years ago. I was doing homeowners insurance. This is people that go to the bank, take your bond, and the bank says, here's your policy to insure the house. And I used to deal with those type of claims. But over the years, I've grown from doing your normal homeowners and content claims to doing commercial claims. And then even in commercial claims, at some stage, specialized with liability claims. So the key is you must always be eager to learn. You must put yourself out there as a professional to say, do not limit yourself to what you currently do. There's a lot more. So there is room for growth. You just need to be on the lookout for it. You need to put yourself out there and be willing to learn.
I hear you on that. I want to now ask you, because it's all good and well, and you just say it's that easy, like life, it's just then you go from this to the next.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work like that in corporate. So as a claims consultant now, that's working for an insurer, let's say I'm working for XYZ insurers, and there's a plethora of other insurers. How did you maneuver, the jumps from, home to commercial to liability? Did you apply for a job? Did you meet someone at, a braai? How does one actually do this?
Move. So I think that's where organizations like ISA, your IIG become important, because they will have all these networking sessions. You must attend them, because that's where you meet people that maybe they work with marine, they work with whatever they do, and then that way, it's through interaction with people that your world literally opens up. So that's how, with me, that's how I found out about other areas of insurance, by going to these events. And also, just creating relationships with people, because our industry is built on people. So you need to go out there, create those connections, and before you know it, you will be well versed in what's happening in the industry.
I'm actually realizing, as somebody that's worked in the insurance sector for many years as well, I realize that it's not just about the work. And a lot of times in insurance, we just want to focus on the work we do. But the relationship building, the networking, just keeping in touch and up to date with certain things gives you that opportunity.
It does. And I think many of us are so focused, as you mentioned, on getting the work done and going home and life goes on.
Yes.
But I think if you take yourself as seriously as a professional, you need to do more than that. You need to go out there, put yourself out there, and I'll emphasize this. I think we mentioned it off camera that I believe that it's very important for insurance professionals to also take their formal studies seriously, and because some of these products you get to know them through your formal studies. If you're doing your advanced certificate in insurance or your BCom, you get the feel of them or what they're all about. And that will make you curious. You want to find out who does this in South Africa, who does this in Joburg, who does, it builds from that. So you must always be willing to take on new information, make new networks, network with new people, and that's how you grow.
Another question that I wanted to pose to you is somebody who doesn't understand, we maybe understand claims, you phone into a company and say, I've lost my car, you claim, there's a process that must be followed, etc. Something for me as liability claims, how complex is that? What do you need? What do you look for in a client or in a liability claim to make it valid or not valid?
Yeah, well, when it comes to liability claims, the first rule of thumb is when you are the insured, you do not accept liability on behalf of the
subrogation. There's a video I ran about this.
Yes, you do not accept liability on behalf of the insurance company, because that alone, makes your claim invalid, because your contract, your policy wording says you cannot accept liability on their behalf. Yeah. But obviously, if liability claims are brought, so you've got a trip and fall in the mall, someone is walking and a trip and fall, you need to make sure that you collect all the information in terms of what was happening around. Was the floor being cleaned?
Was the signage
there? So there's a lot of questions that we ask as insurers to get all that information. What shoes were you wearing, especially if you're a woman?
Yes.
We want to know what shoes you're wearing. Did you read the sign that says you enter this premises at your own risk?
It sounds exciting, eh?
Yeah, no, it is. Trust me. With the insurance professionals, one thing that we enjoy helping our clients out. I know the industry has got a bad name in the sense that people think we reject claims. That's all.
Just eating money.
But after time, or let's say most of the time, we actually come through for our clients.
What is the highlight of your job? What makes you think, yay, this is why I'm doing this?
Yeah, I think for me, the highlight of my job is helping our clients out. In most cases, when people get hold of me as an insurance claim specialist, they need help.
Yeah. And
they're counting on me to help them. I think that's the most fulfilling part of my job, to know that I make a difference in our economy. I make a difference in people's life. I'll give you an example. We dealt with a lot of riot claims, which during these are claims that happened during the July riots of 2021. Most of these companies had lost, they had their premises looted, whether it's your big retailers. There are people that work there. Those people have got dependents, people that depend on them. So you can just imagine the effect on that. So to be able to help our clients to get back on their feet, rebuild their warehouses, rebuild their shops, get those people to work, back to work again.
Yes.
That's what, for me, that's the highlight, because that's what we are here for.
That's fulfilling, actually.
Yeah.
And the one thing that you don't like about your job?
I actually don't like rejecting claims.
And sometimes you can't help.
But sometimes we have to do.
Because it's not even you can't help if the information is
it's just and remember, when you reject a claim also, there's the client will come back. The chances are they won't take it lying down. So now you've got a conflict situation. And I don't know about you guys at home, but most people don't like conflict.
True,
so, but when you reject a claim, that's what you open up. You open yourself up to that. The conflict is coming. It can come in the form of a complaint. It can come in the form of summons. Some insureds will literally issue summons and say, I'm taking you to court.
And
I believe I've got a valid. And I think the one other thing that I like about insurance is you get to know a little bit about every industry. Because the one minute you're dealing with the retailer, the next minute you're dealing with the claim from an IT company, the next minute you're dealing with the claim from property, let's say guys that develop properties,
medical center.
Yeah, so you always have a clear a bit about every industry in the country. In the economy. Yeah, that's what I also enjoy.
It's like, because no day is the same.
No day is the same.
What would you say are the personality traits that somebody needs in order to be able to effectively handle in the claims environment?
Yeah, well, you need confidence. You need to be confident about yourself, and you also need to be willing to, as I said, there's unfortunately you will come across conflict. So you need to manage that situation when it comes to conflict. You need to be
work under pressure.
Yes, and work under pressure. So basically that's what you need. And also the other thing that I find helps in when you're dealing with claims is you need to manage your client's expectations up front. Okay, because I mean sometimes a client comes in and say, well, I've lost R1 million, and you look at the claim and you can clearly see maybe it's not going to get to R1 million. Yeah. So you need to say, listen, you know what, we've got your claim, we're looking at it, but just so you know, it might not get to
the figure that you...
Yes, because if you manage your expectations early up front, then you reduce the chances of you having a conflict.
Complaint, onboard.
Yeah, but it's possible that the claim could also go all the way to R1 million, but you know what, you've managed the expectations.
Yes,
if you don't manage that, it becomes a problem. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. I hope if you wanted to become or thinking about claims, or if you are in the claims environment and want to grow and thought it was impossible, all you can do is just be a team leader and a manager. There's so many other complex, big claims you can handle. So just keep a lookout for all these things. Join the different organizations. ISA, for instance, IIG, you said as well.
Yes.
They have nice mixes. You gather with other insurance professionals. You grow, you learn, network. So I think basically from what I've gotten here, educate yourself, network.
Yes, and take your personal development seriously. Because I think for most professionals or people in the industry is we've left our personal development with our managers. And
True.
And I think I did say this in my profile that ISA did late last year, where I said there's a reason why it's called personal development. Because it's personal.
It's personal. It's not your managers.
Yeah. So don't outsource that. You need to, as much as the company will say, we've got a plan for you, which is great, but you need to also have your own plan.
I love that.
Yeah.
Don't outsource your personal development to somebody else, even if they mean well, because sometimes your manager can mean well when we're writing it down and you're having a session.
Yeah.
But I forget because I've also got my own life and I've got my own things.
Yeah.
So you're responsible for that.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much for this chat.
Yeah.
I hope you've learned something. I definitely have. And if you like the video, also click subscribe. If you've got friends in the claims environment who would be interested to know more and learn, just, click down below, subscribe, send it to them, forward and share it to them. And also, if you want to follow Zwelakhe, you are on LinkedIn, right?
Yes, I am.
Zwelakhe Sibanda. And if you've got any questions about his career trajectory, if you look at what he's done from all the different types, personal lines, commercial lines, liability, now he's big corporate claims.
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can maybe discuss with him. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.